What's up, YouTube? It's DJ Bop. Back at it again. Yo, I just wanted to do a little follow-up. Follow-up on this Ceddy Nash and Hernandez Govan issue. Yesterday I was checking out a video from Hip Hop Buddha. Shout out to Buddha, man. Buddha's like one of the first dudes I started, really looking at on this podcast, blogging and stuff. But Buddha had dropped a video saying that little argument that Ceddy Nash and Govan had, it was, he said it was all a skit. It was a play. It was a play to set them both up on the interview circuit, going around to Vlad and Adam, No Jumper, and all this and that. And I was pondering on it. I was like, man, I know Ceddy Nash ain't did nothing like that, man. I just know he ain't did nothing like that. He seemed like a serious dude, and I'm like, I don't think he would play like that. He don't have to, because he got a strong following, on his site. He wouldn't have to, play no game like that to get no views or nothing like that. So I was just thinking about it. I was like going through the motion, like, oh man, this dude a sucker, and I know he ain't did that. And I started pondering back on when I seen a video on that they had a Ceddy Nash talking to the news people, and I'm like, man, this dude, man, and I already said, I really don't. I'm not 100% behind the way he do things, because I feel like he give out a little too much information, and in his theories, and I think it could be like get a police like well, let's look at it that way, you know what I'm saying? So I really don't, really rock with that shit all the way, but hey, to each his own. But I didn't think he was, no dude that would do nothing like that. Go into some fakery stuff just to get views and do the round the interview circuit. I was gonna do a little video on it. I'm like, man, I ain't gonna fuck with it, because that shit wasn't that important to me no way, because I for sure ain't really watching them Govan interviews with Vlad. I ain't even messing with that. But then Ceddy, I guess he's seen that what Buddha had done and heard the talk, and he came out and stated like, nah. He was like, nah. He ain't got no interview, interview set up, and he was saying basically that was real. And I'm glad he did come out like that, because I just wasn't thinking he was that kind of person. So I guess we can just say that people jump the gun a lot, on a lot of things. So I'm just glad that ain't in his character, because you ain't never really got a lot to kick it, man. You ain't got a lot to kick it, and that's what a lot of people do. But yeah, man, I know a lot of people that saw that or heard that it was a play, it was a little skit. I know they seen the video that Buddha did. I haven't seen Buddha apologize or retract what he said, and because I was kind of wondering how, like, How did you come to that conclusion? Who told you that? You know what I'm saying? How did you supposedly have found that out? But yeah, man, I just wanted to update on that because I know a lot of people have seen it. And according to Ceddy Nash, he's like, nah, that was a real interaction, a real argument. And he was serious about that. So I want to see if Buddha gonna retract that. What he gonna say. But shout out to Ceddy Nash. Standing 10 toes down on that. Because y'all know, man, people be doing anything on this YouTube just to get attention. So, but yeah, I'm glad he didn't. I'm glad it wasn't no little skit. Cause that would have been in bad taste, man. And I mean, the personal thing that they all had, Dolph and them dudes had. Hey man, shit happens. Man. But rest well to Dolph, man. He seems like a real dude. Real solid dude. But hey, yeah, I just want to drop them few thoughts, man. Man, y'all don't forget, man. Y'all did some nice little views on the last one. Man, hit the subscribe button, man. Hit that subscribe button for a player. For a G. Alright. DJ Bob, I'm out of here.